stick to your dream, follow it, execute it. Don't give up on it, especially if it's a great idea and you really want to do it. You got to have passion. And if you're very passionate on making something happen, go for it, man. It's America. This is the only place in the world where you can actually do it. That it exists that you to do it. So don't let that don't let that not happen. Don't go for it, because there's places where people don't even have an opportunity to do anything.
Detroit like Brandon on my chest, rocking with Detroit like Brandon on my chest.
Hey guys, welcome back to Detroit Life Films. I'm your main man, Chris Wren, and today we have a very special guest. We have the one and only one, Aaron Mancina, owner, founder, engineer here at WiseGuy Studios here in Roseville. Welcome.
Glad to be here.
My man.
It is my spot, so yeah, I'm glad to be here.
I'm happy to be here too.
Glad to have you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
First of all, I gotta say I love your shirt.
Yes.
Nice 313 crispy shirt.
Yep, man. I tell you, that's good. That's a good product.
Better be. No, I appreciate that.
I think I know the owner.
I think
who
I
made
do
it.
too.
I think I know the owner of this company.
All right. Well, that's good, man. You look good. Your quality's good here. We always hear good feedback about the recording and everything you guys do here. But today, we have a couple questions for you. So, first question is the beginnings. Where did you grow up at?
Oh, man. East Side all day.
Still East Side.
Yeah, East Side stomping grounds here of the suburbs, East Side suburbs. Actually, originally born in the East Side of Detroit. Yeah, my parents lived in Detroit. Yeah. Just a little bit south, right off of Gratiot, I think State Fair and Gratiot area. They had an apartment, so.
Okay, nice. East Side. Was there a turning point as a kid, a teen, that led you on the path to where you're at today?
A turning point? Of something that was really huge?
Yeah, oh man, I heard that mix, man. I want to mix up
yeah,
like
it
that.
got me inspired. Yeah. I always liked music. I played, picked up the drums as a kid, just banging, as a kid, banging on pots and pans.
Actually, I didn't even know that about you until you started playing one day.
Yeah, then my uncle played drums, and then he ended up giving me his old set, and I started, jamming out to that as a kid. And then eventually as a teenager, I wore that set out and then bought my own. That's here today in the studio.
What'd you buy? Pearl?
It's a Tama.
Tama,
yep.
Yeah, I'm used to Pearl. My brother played a lot.
Yeah, so that's the one that I bought as a teenager, and now I have it mic'd up here at the studio today. So I built the studio around, the long story short, I built my original home studio around playing the drums. That's where the actual beginning or turning point was after buying my own house.
The drums.
Yeah, then we tried to put a band together.
That's what's up.
Yeah, yep, long story short with that.
All right, so Aaron, tell us about the origin of your business.
So we were kind of talking about that a little bit earlier with, the turning point part that led into that. Actually going back to playing drums and home. After I bought my first home, we put together in the basement just a little jam section, jam room. And one of the guys that I was jamming out with had a 4-track recorder cassette, an old Tascam.
Old school.
Tascam 4-track cassette recorder. So we started recording and figuring out how to mic that up. We had little microphones, micing that all up. And from there, I was already kind of computer-based. I have an IT background, and I was building computers somewhat as a hobby. So computer age of recording was starting to become a thing and more powerful to do it. So I, picked up some gear from Guitar Center that, the first interfaces that existed. It's actually M Audio. They're still around today. They're one of the big ones, big brands still. But M Audio had an interface out that worked with PC. So when they had PC and then Mac, dealt directly just with Pro Tools interfaces back then. And then PC dealt with M Audio. So I was more of a PC IT guy building computers. So long story short, anyway, we got into computer recording with the band and started doing that. And then we started working with recording other bands, and with most bands, they don't stick together. It just didn't pan out, and just found that I was better at, and enjoyed that part of it. So started recording bands, and then I partnered up. I ran into some other friends that did hip hop, and And because of, back then, Eminem and Kid Rock were just coming up and coming out and becoming huge and inspiring a lot of the locals to do that style of music. So, and then that became more popular around the city, is doing more of the hip hop oriented stuff.
Right.
So, and then we kind of just found a niche with doing mostly hip hop and pop music from there, and then built up a kind of a business, home studio business. And then outgrew that, and now basically, long story, and then from there built it up to here. Had to move out of a house and get into an actual building.
Oh, that's really cool. Interesting. So next question is, how are you impacting the city of Detroit?
Oh man, I think because really we become a staple in the area of doing a lot of local music, and we worked with a lot of national artists, even some of the big local artists here in the city, and even groomed some and put some out that became famous. So, and that's what we built our name on. And so, and people know that at quality number one, I'd known that was going to be job one, is to first off, learning how to even achieve the national industry sound by just studying it and grinding and figuring it out for yourself. Because back in the day, this is all new, the computer age, so nobody knew too much about it and how to achieve it. So you had to figure it out for yourself, and no one wants to give up their secrets too. So
absolutely,
not like it is today, where there's a lot of YouTube tutorials, a lot of DIYs on YouTube. But sometimes you got to be careful with those hacks, because they're going to teach you. They're just going to steer you wrong anyway, just because they don't want to teach everybody how it's done, or give up too much of the formula.
So then where does your inspiration come from then?
Oh, just being musically inclined, playing drums, and wanting to become a rock star type of thing.
Rock star.
Yeah, wanted to be in a rock band, and then, outgrew that. You only got that short little time frame of a window of, your early young years to accomplish being, young enough to become I guess you could always rock and roll, you always can make music, but there's that time frame as when you're in your teenage to 20s is when that is your prime.
What are some life lessons you've learned that will benefit others?
I guess it is so cliche, but everyone says, stick to your dream, follow it, execute it, don't give up on it, especially if it's a great idea and you really want to do it. You got to have passion. And if you're very passionate on making something happen, go for it, man. It's America. This is the only place in the world where you can actually do it. That it exists that you to do it. So don't let that don't let that not happen. Don't go for it, because there's places where people don't even have an opportunity to do anything.
100%.
So yeah, do it. If you think, really do, if you got to have a passion, research it and find every way you can to be efficient about doing it and not so wasteful. You got to find ways to rob Peter to pay Paul type of thing to get it off the ground and going. So, stick towards, stay with it. That's the advice.
Hey, so we're at WiseGuy Studios right now with Aaron Mancina. And Aaron, I wanted to ask you about one in particular service you offer. It's called My Pop Star Birthday. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so outside of still maintaining running a business as a actual legitimate studio for artists, which we are open for business, people could call the studio line and book studio time for their projects. We offer an actual something that's open more up for a bigger, vast demographic of just regular everyday people that, consumers that would want to enjoy and experience a recording session of their own. And as a kid, would be the funnest thing to do, is to record to your favorite songs in a birthday party setting. So you grab a bunch of your friends, and you can set up as a birthday party, have them come down. We get the karaoke versions of the songs. All the kids and the birthday child get to record to their favorite songs with their friends. Then put it on CD and even make it a digital download for them so they can put it on their devices when they leave. and it's a great little concept, and I think it's something that's we're going to expand on and more. It's something we can franchise out, something that's actual product for everybody. More people can get involved because not everyone wants to become a recording artist, and maybe everyone now and then might want to sing a song and record it, but that's what we're going to cater to.
All right, well, you guys heard it here first. If you guys want to get more information with Aaron Mancina, check out WiseGuyRecords.com or also go to mypopstarbirthdayparty.com.
Yeah, that's correct. Yep.
That's what's up. Hey, thanks so much for checking out Detroit Life Films. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
With Detroit like branded on my chest. Rockin' with Detroit like branded on my chest.